Pregame.com.
Welcome back, pregame.tv. I'm happy to be here. I'm Steve Fezzik, pinch hitting for Brian Leonard today. Brian is doing spring training special reports, and because of that, we have VR Vegas runner in the house. Welcome.
Taking over for Brian this week. He had to send him to spring training.
He went. We were on a 20-5 run, and then
3-3 last week.
3-3 last week. I'm like, you're out of here. Yes, you
bring in the closer.
That's right. Are you a lefty?
No, righty.
No, just
righty.
Just bring in
the righty.
Bring in the closer. We're going to be breaking down. We're doing only one college basketball game this week, but on Thursday we got Marco in house. We're going to have Scott Sprites. So they're going to be talking a lot of the college basketball, the March Madness. It's already upon us. 13-point dog wins. Camel.
That time of the year.
It's overtime when it's already starting. It's just amazing. I kind of regretting actually having to be in studio, but Tuesday is the much better day.
Yeah, I agree.
Slow before all the games kick in. We're going to talk about a high-profile game here. We're going to talk about North Carolina. They are at Maryland. North Carolina's been playing very well. Everyone, all the press has been going to Miami, been going to Duke.
Yeah, of course.
North Carolina be able to sneak up on anyone in this tournament?
I really don't think so. I love that they got a great head coach in Roy Williams. He's always going to put a good product out there, but I'm really don't think North Carolina is better than either of those teams. I really don't. They're young, and usually a club like this is going to be young because you don't get too many juniors and seniors that are willing to stay in college in the elite programs, unless it's a Vanderbilt or Notre Dame where kids also go for an education. So, seeing that they're young, seeing a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores isn't what scares me, but just when you watch them play, they still seem young this late in the season. Maryland, same exact thing. They're as young as they get. But I think when you look at Maryland, I love their head coach. He was at Wichita State. He was at Texas A&M, Turgeon. He built great programs there, and he's only in his second year. He's got a bunch of freshmen and sophomores. If they stick around, I think Maryland's one of those teams that could contend over the next couple years. If he could keep this core group together, they're a good club. In this spot, I'll tell you, I know North Carolina opened more or less a pick-em, a small favorite. My line says Maryland should be around 2. And
one thing I like about games like this, sometimes you see those pick-em games, and you say, I got to get at this game really quickly before the line moves. You look at there was a game today, and Central Michigan was 1 against Eastern Michigan. You go to sleep, you wake up, and it's 3. What does it land? 2. Boom, it's gone. But that's not going to happen. A game like this, it's kind of similar to the Duke-Virginia game, which I was thinking about previously, and you don't have to worry about getting to the bet right away because even if this line goes down to pick, you go to the South Point here locally in
Vegas,
going to
find it.
You're going to get a 1.5. They're going to remain the
Carolina's going to get the money.
No question at all.
Public.
I looked at how they played the first game. It was kind of predictable. Carolina won the game at home by 10 points, but they were actually up 20 at the end of the first half. So it kind of shows that maybe this is more of a revenge game for Maryland. They really got embarrassed, and I love a team coming home off an embarrassment.
I agree with you 100%. And I like even the way they match up with them. If you look, Maryland's the extremely tall team, and Carolina loves to run the ball. I think if Maryland could slow it down and use their big guys against them, I think they could have some success. Maryland's a tough place to play. If you looked at Comcast Center, is one of it holds like 18,000 people. Not anything North Carolina won't be used to, but it is a difficult place to play. So for me, looking at this matchup, seeing Maryland not favored at home, that's the only side, again, that I could look to back.
As long as they don't get down early and all the Maryland fans crawl into their shells, if you will, and don't make the noise that they need to make. I know, bad pun, but maybe you always like to sprinkle things in on the money.
A little something on the money line. Got to take the plus 105 here, plus 1.
By the way,
what's it going to go to, you think?
I'm really not sure, but one thing, I want to get plus 260 because I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle in a parlay with the under, like you said, because I think if that final score comes in 90 to 83, I'm in big trouble with the Maryland play, right? But
that makes a lot of sense.
56-52.
The kind of game they want to play.
Exactly. Let's go ahead and make it official.
Do it.
Free play. Maryland Terrapins, they need this game like blood. They are right on the NCAA tournament bubble, and this will cement their spot into the tourney. I think Carolina's been playing great. They've got a streak of wins, but one thing we didn't talk about, Carolina has those Duke Blue Devils on deck, and they are never good when they have Duke up on deck. I expect Roy Williams to be pounding the pavement, walking up and down, and it looks like he's going to stroke out as Maryland pulls away late. Official play, Maryland Terrapins. And we're only going to be breaking down one college basketball game, and Maryland is the free pick. We're going to come back. We're going to be breaking down a bunch of NBA games, including our next game, which is a very good game. Brian always picks bad games. Bulls, Spurs, stick with us. Pregame.tv. We'll be right back.
And that's like.